Okay, so this is going to walk you through how you might set up a second iPad using the gooseneck as a feature for satellite teaching. So right now, I have this TV, so this could either be seen as your smartboard or as the second large TV that was delivered just a few weeks ago. I have my laptop, I have my phone, all plugged into the same Google Meet. So this one is for Google Meet. We'll talk through Zoom in a little bit. But what I might do is, say I want to present this slideshow, I'm going to AirPlay. So I have AirPlayed to the TV, but I'm using it as a separate display so that I can drag it over to this display and you can see that it pops up. Sorry for the shakiness. I'll make that large. And then I still have the Google Meet here. So I'm able to still see the chat on my laptop. Now, if I wanted my laptop like this display with the chat open on Google Meet, because Google Meet chat can't be separated from the Google Meet itself like it can in Zoom, then I could hardwire with an HDMI cord to a different display, but you can't take one screen and AirPlay it to two places. So you couldn't AirPlay it to your smartboard, your Apple TV, and AirPlay it to the Apple TV with the new big TV. It can only be AirPlayed to one place. So if I've AirPlayed it here, then if I wanted this somewhere else, I would have to hardwire it somewhere, okay? The reason I'm also making sure that I have this shared within the Meet is so that this TV is what my students that are in person would see. But then on the Meet, and this is just an example on my phone, if I am a student logged in at home, I'm still seeing the screen because the makeshift second iPad as a satellite TV screen, it won't ever show what is on the board as clearly as you would need it to. Okay, so that's kind of how I set it up first. My laptop is AirPlayed up here. I can still then see the Google Chat here. If I want this larger, so I don't have to keep coming back to my actual laptop, I would have to hardwire it with an HDMI cord to a different display. I can't AirPlay to both places. Okay? And I am presenting in this Meet, let me get my cursor, I am presenting a tab, and that tab I dragged over because I'm using separate, I'm not mirroring, I'm using them as separate displays. So my laptop is showing one thing, and it shows this because that's what I'm mirroring, but I can unpin it and I can see the others. Right? Like several versions of me. Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna pin it again because that's what I would want my students to see. So that says my presentation, and I'm going to pin it. Okay, so now this iPad, the second iPad that I've just attached with the gooseneck to a table. This could be a student desk, it could be whatever. This table happens to be able to have wheels and I can move it, but what you would then want to do is just log in. I'm just logged in on Meet to that same code, and I have this turned on. So I can actually take this off if you didn't want to see. But this right here, this is what the students would see. So I'm going to back up. The students would be able to, I forgot I'm on this thing. The students would be able to see the classroom, see me as I move around and teach, but there's not a lot of like zooming features. The poly tracks, this one obviously does not track, and you'd have to work through which microphone you want to be using. So right now I have this one muted, and I'm using the microphone, or I would be using the microphone here. I would suggest only using one of those microphones because otherwise there will be feedback. So use whichever one is closest to you, either the laptop or this makeshift satellite with the second iPad. Okay, I think that's it. That is if you want to share a screen from your laptop, like what I'm doing here. It would be different if you're using your iPad to teach. You would have to either, like the iPad that I'm currently holding just to record this, that could be the iPad that I join and just share my screen. So I would join the Google Meet again and share my screen from the iPad, like if I wanted to do Notability or something from the iPad. Because I can't AirPlay, well, I could AirPlay, sorry, And then in that case, because I would want my in-person students to be able to see it, I could AirPlay my iPad up there onto whatever display, and I could, or we'll have to think on that, because I believe in Google Meet, you're not able to AirPlay and present your iPad screen at the same time. So you would have to maneuver that. Okay, 5 minutes. Second iPad with the gooseneck. I can move it around my laptop, and then this is what the students that are in person see. All right.